Good evening. Today I want to talk about issues of IPOs. But I'm not going to talk about the IPOs that are going to hit the Indian markets. I have talked about it at great length and you know what I think about it. But today I want to talk about the IPOs that Chinese companies have launched in New York Stock Exchange. Till recently, Chinese tech companies such as Alibaba, Tencent, the most popular among them, are known for raising money in New York Stock Exchange. Before that, they used to raise money in the Hong Kong Stock Exchange. But over the last 1 year, the Chinese government, especially the Communist Party of China, has got very tense with the growing power of these internet companies. They have realized that these companies have more data on the people, Communist Party itself, and these people are able to dominate Chinese markets and they have more access to data. So the first strike came against Ant Financial. Ant Financial was a Jack Ma finance company. This was supposed to raise money in the Hong Kong market, not the New York Stock Exchange. The IPO was supposed to be $37 billion. If it had gone through, Ant Financial would have been one of the largest listed companies in the world. Unfortunately, the Chinese government did not like the growth of Ant Financial, and before the public issue, Jack Ma had talked about risks and said that the Chinese Communist Party must need to let go and said risk of control was more dangerous than letting go. So finally what happened is Jack Ma disappeared for several days and Ant Financial was cut to size. Ant Financial had data of several million Chinese people and could give offshore lending. What do I mean by offshore lending? Chinese banks are notorious for not lending to small mom and pop stores. Like public sector banks do not lend to the common man here, whereas these shadow banks used to lend a lot of money. So Alibaba was able to raise money very cheap and lend money to the Chinese consumer. This control the government didn't like and cracked down on China. After that, somebody in China who was responsible for food delivery business posted a poem from the Ming dynasty, and the Chinese Communist Party in its 100th year thought it was critical of it and therefore got this banned. Then itself we knew that the Chinese government was getting very nervous. Recently, ride hailing app like Uber or Ola in India, called the Didi in China, put out an IPO. It was a very successful IPO in New York and the stock soared. What happened immediately aftermath only worried the New York Wall Street brokers. What happened is immediately after the IPO, the government found some fault with China, with Didi, and said that no more new customers can download Didi. Only existing customers can download. This meant that Didi could not acquire more customers. The existing customers were allowed to use Didi, but no new customers were allowed into the app. This meant that Didi could not grow, and most internet companies are valued for their growth, not for profits or their current size of sales. So Didi has taken a big hit in the market. The price of Didi has dropped 20% after its IPO. So it's trading below par. That means below its IPO price. After that, there were nearly 40 Chinese companies which are planning to raise money from the New York Stock Exchange this year. Wall Street brokers are now racing to see what can be done. China has tried to plug this hole, loophole through which these companies manage to raise money in New York. It has decided to fix that hole. This is happening during rising Chinese and American tensions. Nearly $2 trillion worth of Chinese stock is being traded in the New York Stock Exchange, and therefore there cannot be an abrupt end to this. While existing things continue as it may be, it is now clear that Chinese companies will not be allowed to raise money in New York. So, the first idea these Wall Street brokers have given their clients is flip to Hong Kong so that you can raise money in Hong Kong and go for an IPO listing there. And the American customers can buy on the Hong Kong exchange. But Hong Kong itself is in serious trouble with severe crackdown by the Chinese Communist Party inspired officials. Hong Kong has strict regulations for the companies which want to go public. There is a minimum amount of profit that these companies must have earned over a period of time before they can go public and the stock can be listed. Most of the Chinese companies are not in a position to meet these requirements. And this is why the Chinese companies in the first place went to New York to list their shares. So a window for raising money for the Chinese companies has been closed. This is more a control issue for the Chinese Communist Party. It does not want to allow its entrepreneurs to become more powerful so that eventually it may lead to the downfall of the Chinese Communist Party. But such repressive measures cannot last forever. Recently, there is a Chinese company called Tencent, which is also very famous for the PUBG game in India. Tencent is listed in the American Stock Exchange. The rumors are that sooner or later, Tencent will be forced to go private. That means these shares, which are already listed in the New York Stock Exchange, have to be delisted, and the promoters of Tencent will be forced to buy back the shares, and the company exists as a private company. One has to wait and see how much the paranoia of the Chinese Communist Party chief Xi Jinping is going to affect Chinese industry, because one thing that China definitely lacks is capital, and already its companies are overburdened with debt. Without access to Western capital, there is no way that Chinese internet companies can grow at such taking space. Thank you for watching. Be rich. It's a great privilege and honor that so many of you in thousands have subscribed to my channel and have supported me. I have written 2 books in English, The Alchemy of Money and Ordinary Stocks, Extraordinary Profits. These books are published by us and are ready. If you want to procure a copy, send us a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would respond to you. If you want an Amazon Kindle copy, you can click the link below. Finally, those who wish to consult with me can send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for your support. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification.